Hey, I'm Pastor Luke from New Life Bridgeport. I want to talk to you about commandment number 8. Let me read it for you. Exodus chapter 20, verse 15. You shall not steal. 4 powerful words, but there's a lot to think about in this. The commandment itself means do not take away something by theft, which means without consent. Something that doesn't belong to you, it wasn't assigned to you, but you're taking it. Don't do that. The commandment also implies taking away something by deception. So there's actually a component of lying in stealing because you're taking something away without wanting people to know. Think about the Israelites who lived in Egypt. They had very little opportunity to gain any kind of material possessions. They couldn't amass wealth. They didn't have stuff. They didn't put their names on it. They didn't have a garage. They didn't have storage units. God allowed His children, the Bible says, they plundered the Egyptians. The Egyptians gave them all their jewelry, all their gold pots and pans, and said, take it and get out of here. We don't want you. And so imagine going from a life of slavery, 400 years of slavery, to now plundering this nation. And they left Egypt and slavery with wagonfuls of stuff. And now they get into the desert, and they're not used to having stuff. And they're probably saying, you know, I like taking what I like, and I like what you have, and I want to take it for myself. And there's no boundaries. They've never had any opportunity to learn boundaries. And so the self is ruling, and greed begins to rule. And God says, that's not the people that represent my character. You shall not steal. Stealing at its root is selfishness, it's greed, it's disregard for personal property. It's chaos because people are struggling for power and for control of stuff. God's way is better. You shall not steal. How is it better? Because God provides and God assigns who gets what. How does God do that? God gives us the ability to work, the Bible says. He gives us strength. He gives us a mind that we can put our bodies to use to provide a service for someone else. And when we provide a service and they pay us, then we have money that we need to get the things that we need. We don't need to steal because God provides and God assigns who has what. So instead of stealing, God says, I want you to work. I'm giving you the ability to work. And the answer to stealing is not just work, but it goes beyond that because the heart of God is not just, I meet your need. The heart of God is generosity. So listen to Ephesians chapter 4, verse 28. This is the New Testament application, I believe, of this command. Anyone who has been stealing must steal no longer, but must work, doing something useful with their own hands, that they may have something to share with those in need. God says, you shall not steal, but I will give you the ability to work. And when you work, you'll be provided for, and then some, and then I want you to be generous. I want you to bless the orphan and the widow and the immigrant and the poor that are around you. And in this way, God's people will shine. So, do not steal. Let's not be a community of selfishness, but instead let's be a community of joyful, hard work, who are content with what God has given us, and then we are generous and willing to share. I hope you'll check out this command, do not steal.